Hey everyone, it's been a while. Yeah, I haven't really posted many vlogs for about the past 2 years, partially because I wasn't sure how much I really should post, but join me as I drink a cup of tea and share you what's been going on for the rest of 2020 and 2021 that I haven't showed you guys yet. So, one of the first things that happened, that's memorable, at least to me, in 2020 was I had been working on my old computer for different GYC stuff, and during the conference, basically, or like the week before, my computer failed, and that was pretty scary. Considering all the responsibilities I had. But I was able to buy a new computer and got it shipped to me, and this is the unboxing of it.
Hey guys, so 2 weeks, no, wait, yeah, 2 weeks ago, my computer got the blue screen of death for the second time in its lifetime. Second time in the past year. Anyways, so I did a lot of research, contacted a lot of friends. If you're one of them, thank you so much for your input. I ordered a new one and I have been just waiting for it to come in, trying to do the editing on my stepdad's computer and stuff because that was like the only computer in the house because my mom's computer also crashed this week. Anyways, it came in today. I'm so excited. So, we're gonna do a short unboxing. Wow. So sleek looking, man.
And along with that, we just have a bunch of random photos. One of the main things that I did was have a youth camp out. That was a lot of fun and very needed. And so here is the videos from that. For those of you who don't know, I helped start up a ministry called Collective Voices. That was an online ministry, and our goal was to have a place where young Adventists could go and just speak, just share their thoughts, because we were noticing that a lot of the Zoom calls were one directional, just speaker to the youth or to the audience, and there was no questions, there was no discussion, and we felt that that was really lacking. So we decided to start up this ministry. Ernie and Vanessa and we started up, and then Andrew joined us shortly after to help out, and we have actually, it's kind of postponed at the moment because things have kind of gone back to normal for a lot of our places where we were, and so we don't feel like it's as needed right now, and we're also just crazy busy with other things. So, but along with starting up that ministry, we also filmed a promo video, and here is that promo video along with some behind the scenes.
So I've been contemplating something recently. It is a what if question. What if we had a place for young people to go to tackle difficult topics? You know, this place would be a community. It would be an open floor forum. So we would tackle topics through the means of conversation, but a conversation that is shared equally with everybody that's involved. And you would come just as you are. You would bring your life experiences, you would bring your questions, and we together as a group would tackle it and help one another. But what if nobody does this? What if nobody starts? What if we don't take action?
And it's because of all these what ifs that I decided to do something and to be proactive. You know, me and my group of friends have been getting together on a bi-weekly cycle, and we've been tackling pretty difficult topics, like how to have a healthy Christian marriage and relationship. Why do the youth leave the church? Even like, how can I be more evangelistic? And we no longer want this to be about just us. We want to open the floor to everyone, because with everyone's life experiences, their triumphs and victories, and follies and mistakes, we can learn from each other, and we can make better decisions in our spiritual walk. So I want to encourage you to come to these meetings and be a part of the conversation, because without you, we cannot have these conversations. And without you, we can't learn from what you've already experienced.
And if we are the sum of the people we're surrounded by, then let's be around people that are striving for the same goal and that are building up towards heaven with connections and friendships that are going to last long after the earth has passed away. Let us build
A place for Adventist voices.
Voices passionate about
Discussing faith and innovative evangelism.
Welcome to Collective Voices.
Okay, let's start over.
I'm going too low because I'm so short.
Discussing innovative, no.
Yes, no.
Discussing faith.
And evangelism.
Okay, discussing
Ready?
faith and innovative evangelism. Yes. Discussing faith and innovative evangelism. How could you? Discussing faith and innovative evangelism. Nailed it.
One thing that I did during COVID was I taught myself how to play guitar, and I'm not very good yet, but it's been a lot of fun. And guitar, like I play violin, as most of you know, but I really struggled to continue violin after I no longer had a teacher or an orchestra or anything like that. And so not having a very good outlet, like I'd still play for church and stuff, but it just, it's not the same. And violin is such a solo instrument, but when I picked up guitar, it was like, this is something that, is calming. It can go on in the background. It's not piercing like the violin is. And while I still love violin and I still do try to pick it up, guitar was something that I felt was, I feel like it was a needed thing, and I'm really glad that I picked it up, and it's come in handy several times already, so I plan on getting better at it. Oh yeah, one big thing. My old car, Marshmallow. Here's some video from when I busted the front of it. That busting, I didn't know. That was back in 2019. I didn't know, but it was a bigger deal than I thought it was, and it ended up getting the ABS wet, and then along with that and a few other things, my old car was having some troubles, and so I decided to give it to a family that needed it, which shortly thereafter the transmission died, so they don't even have it anymore. But I got a new car. Here's a picture of it. It's a 2015 Subaru Crosstrek, and I love it. I love the little car. It's great. Another cool thing, shout out to Josh, who brought me along on this excursion. We were photographers for a friend's wedding, and it was a tiny, tiny little wedding, but it was a lot of fun. Got to do some video, as you can see here, some cinematic stuff, which is always a lot of fun to me. Got to pull out the gimbal. So yeah, that was good. So with COVID up here in Canada, that means the borders are closed for most of us, which restricts us from a lot of things that we're used to being able to just hop down over the border and get or do. One of those things is Young Disciple Youth Bible Camp. That was a big part of my growing up years. And I had a lot of youth up here that I knew I had a few youth up here that I knew that wanted to be able to go and could not. And so I decided to start up something similar. We're calling it Young Pilgrims Bible Camp. So it's YP instead of YD. Yeah, it's really exciting. I made a promo video for it. Last year was my first time. We only had 4 campers, but it was really, really short notice. And this next year, I'm thinking we're gonna have a lot more. I'm really excited. Just in case you're curious and you want to come and you're watching, and you're like, I want to go. I have a Facebook page. The dates for this next one in 2022 is July 3 through 10th. I also got a brief visit from my stepsister Amber.
Oh, you brought your phone, good.
I did.
You made it down here? This is terrifying for me.
I just went anywhere where water is.
That's good.
Don't get stuck. Careful.
One big thing that happened this year is we had a bunch of GYC events. So we had a few visioning retreats, a spring one and a fall one, which I'll show you clips for, as well as our main event, the conference in the middle, which was also short notice because things opened up unexpectedly, and so we were like, let's run for it. But it's very, very exciting, and here's all those videos.
Oh, yes.
We just we were walking in a parking lot and found this.
Kind of, I guess. Yeah?
Oh, look at that one. You can do it.
My soul is satisfied in Him alone. As summer flowers we fade and die, fame, youth, and beauty hurry by. door open. Thanks, Megan. How are you? I don't.
Okay. Yep, this way.
I rejoice in my Redeemer, greatest treasure, wellspring of my soul. I will trust in Him forever. My soul is satisfied in Him alone. Two wonders here that I confess, my worth and my unworthiness, my love, my ransom paid at the cross. I rejoice in my Redeemer, greatest treasure, wellspring of my soul. I am trust in Him, my soul is satisfied in Him alone. I rejoice in my Redeemer, greatest treasure, wellspring of my soul. I will trust in Him no other. My soul is satisfied in Him alone.
Behold, He comes, riding on the clouds, shining like the sun at the trumpet's call. I'd rather have Jesus and let Him lead. Competition. Okay. That's scary.
What's going on? What are those? What's going on? Hey, Dawn, what's going on?
There's 3 red lights and like traffic coming from like 6 different angles.
Oh, over there too. Look.
Oh my word! Like, what is going on?
Hi. That's it. How are you guys doing? Go.
Click on one and see if it bumps it up. You can unselect it.
That's.
Red onion. Oh, sun-dried tomatoes. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's bumping up.
Yeah, with the artichokes.
That bumped it up?
Yeah.
But wait, did they all
Fire.
bump it up?
Yeah.
I mean, come on guys. I gotta have some time.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're having a city council meeting, emergency meeting, 9 o'clock at night. So he like rolls in, and he was like the only black dude in there. He has like a super big fro, like big afro. And so he's like sitting down, and they're like droning on and on, according to the policies, blah, blah, blah. And his brother just starts falling asleep right in his chair. And all of a sudden, he's like about to fall off the chair. And he wakes up mid-air. He's like, whoa! And everybody turns. They're like, what the?
Another thing that happened this year was very interesting. I I hiked out to Jewel Box with some friends, and if you know what that is, great. If you don't, you can't Google it. That's a name given it by someone else. Anyways, it's not the official name. So I'll just share the videos with you guys here, and then at the end I'll come back and wrap up the story. Hey, I just left Penticton a little while ago. I had brunch with my mom at the Angry Vegan. Now I am headed north to an area near Lillooet that is, I'm going to meet some friends there, and we're going to go backpacking. So I'm excited about that. The place where we're going is called the Jewel Box. Unfortunately, you can't really Google it very well, but yeah, it's called the Jewel Box, and it's basically like a circle of mountains, and inside it there's like 15 different lakes in there, small lakes, and some of them are like glacier fed and stuff, so it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to doing that. My first time backpacking in like probably 6 or 7 years. Last time I went backpacking, I was with Fountain View, and I graduated 6 years ago, so yeah, it's been a while. Anyways, looking forward to it, and I'll keep you posted. You might need to give her. Woohoo! Yay! So, things did not go according to plan. I'll have to give you guys more details later because I don't really have the time right now, but long story short, my equipment wasn't sufficient for where we were going up on the mountain, and so I hiked down alone yesterday. Bethany has been amazing as always, and I'm staying here in the guest rooms right there, and yeah, it's actually been really good. So the rest of the story, or whatever, I think this is what you're missing at least from the story. So I went out there. We were expecting to only have to hike in like 2 to 5 kilometers, you know, not really that much. But when we got there, it had been blocked off, and we actually were able to get one of the little cars through somehow. Anyways, and so we were able to get it through, but then we came across several landslides, and there was no way. One of them we actually, some of the guys stayed behind, and they were able to smooth it out and winch it over, but the second one that we hit was just way too big. So we ended up hiking 15 kilometers uphill the entire way, steep, with our 30-pound packs on. I would not have made it if it hadn't been for 3 guys, Seth, and Johan. Thank you, all 3 of you, who for about the last half of it or so took turns carrying my pack on their front, because they had their pack on the back and they carried mine on the front, and there's no way I would have made it up there without that help, and my body was not ready for 15 kilometers of uphill. Anyways, so we got up there, and I'm like, okay, we're finally here. So I set up my tent, everything's great, made supper, sang songs, wonderful evening, went to bed. An hour or so later, I wake up, and my mat is totally flat. And so I'm basically sleeping on a rock. And if you know anything about sleeping on rocks, it does two things. It sucks all of your heat, and it's extremely uncomfortable. So I couldn't even shiver without causing myself more pain, and I'm sitting there miserable, and I'm crying and I'm praying, and I'm like, God, I can't even get up and pack up right now. Like, what am I gonna do? I can't go down the mountain alone in the middle of the night, and the guys wake up in the morning and they're all freaked out because I'm gone. I can't do that. And I'm just like praying, like, Lord, just please let me sleep through it. I don't remember anything else until I woke up at 6:30 in the morning, and I was instantly miserable again. But it was just like he just hit the sleep button. It was just like, okay, you're right, you can't do anything about it. So I'm just hitting the sleep button, you sleep, and in the morning when it's time, I'll wake you up. And you can pack up and get ready to go. That's what I did. Got up, packed up all my stuff. My tent was packed before anyone else had even started making their breakfast yet. So I did that, and then I told everyone, said goodbye to everyone, and started hiking back down those 15 kilometers, which, if you know anything about hiking downhill is just about as difficult as hiking uphill. I learned a lot of things through that experience. One of the guys did loan me a can of bear spray, just in case, because since I was going it alone. It was definitely hard. It took me about, was it 5 hours or 7 hours? I can't remember now, to get back down. But I had some songs on my phone that I found that were the right cadence for my step. And so whenever I would get to a rough patch, I would pull out my phone and play those songs so that it would help me stay to that rhythm and get down the section that I was struggling with. And then I went and spent the weekend, which was amazing, and I don't know what I would have done without that. I really needed a place to just have a hot bath and kind of de-stress and work out my sore muscles and stuff. So that was a real blessing. And yeah, so that's my excursion with Jewelbox. And all the guys have been saying, yeah, next time we go, we'll make sure it's not going to be 15 kilometers. So, thank you for sharing your time with me today. I hope you enjoyed watching all of my various excursions from the past 2 years. Yeah, I think a lot more is going to happen in 2022, though. I am excited. Yeah. I'm excited to see myself what all happens. I do want to do a music video soon. I don't know when, but I have one in mind, and I'm talking to people about it, so we'll see. All right, thank you all. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys next time.